Let's see what damage we can do with this. I'm pretty sure it's going to run now. I've had a bit of a play with it. I'm pretty sure it's going to go. That's if the batteries hold out. We'll find out. Give it a bit of glow plugs. Put my hand near the air intake, just in case. Oh, that looks a bit naff, doesn't it? Let me get rid of that thing out of the way of the lens. There you go, it's my lanyard on my phone. Let's try this. Look at that, man! Look at the hunky chunky. Yep, she's running, guys and girls. Just needs a little bit of fine tuning, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to get there. Just needs a little more fine tuning, but she is running and ticking over. She's running rough. Mostly I think that's because my my joints were rattling around sparking, which was for the cut-off valve inside there. But it's running, guys and girls. Oh, it's running. I'm actually going to do a YouTube video on my phone. Because look at this system I've got here. I know the camera's not very good on this phone, but it'll have to do, I'm afraid, because I've not got my video camera. It's currently at home. Look, I've got 2 battery chargers on these 3 batteries here, which are all linked together in parallel. Oh, what a system I've got. Diesel smoke. I've put the big extractor on. Let me turn my head torch off. It's blinding the camera a bit. There's a big extractor just here. Well, it's actually a heater, but the heater's disabled on it. There's no gas supply in there anymore. So, yeah. Right. As you can see, I've had to take the starter motor off because the original starter motor was seized up. I think that happened when I cleaned it. I never dried it out properly. So I'm going to strip it down, re-grease it all, because it's good to do that anyway. This starter motor was the original one to this engine, so it has done a considerable mileage. This engine has done considerable mileage. Let's have a look at this engine for a second. This is obviously the original engine. One of the head bolts I managed to get out, but nah, so I was just going to replace the cylinder head on it. But I'm probably going to put that back in and torque it back up again, because I found another cylinder head. I think I've already told you this. But I've been looking around on this cylinder head, and I don't know what miles is on it, but there is some very nice cracking going off here on this cylinder head. That's not a crack. I don't know if this camera's going to see it or not, actually. But I don't know if you can see that there. Come on, camera. Do your thing. I'm going to tap it, will it try and focus? Oh, it does try and focus, excellent. Now you see that there, look, that's a crack there going to the outer edge of the pre-combustion chamber. There's a couple on this one here doing the same thing. There's a crack just there, end of my finger, going across. There's one here, which is quite a big one going up. That one looks not too bad, although it might have a crack there. Oops, put the camera in the right place. And this one's got a crack as well. So yeah, I don't know what miles this is, but I'm pretty sure that this cylinder head's also going to have cracks in the pre-combustion chamber. This one possibly has as well, because it's just what happens to these things. As you can hear, it runs pretty good, although it does crank a bit weird. It has got low compression on one cylinder, which I think is a sticky intake valve, because you get air blow back out the intake when it does it. And I say it's sticky because Well, I'm pretty sure that it's when I was cleaning the engine out, it was because I did jet wash the ports on it. You know, sod it, why not? I jet washed the ports, tipped the engine upside down, and filled the cylinders full of bloody diesel to displace the water. I'm pretty sure it did it, but probably there was a bit of water left in there, and it's just sort of made one of the valves go a bit sticky. There's a possibility as well it could be carbon build-up on the valve that's done it. When I jet washed it, I think one of the valves, because I was cranking the camshaft over by hand, I think one of the valves closed on a piece of carbon, and it's sort of like stuck in there. I'm pretty sure it'll move with time. If not, I don't like doing it, but I could just squirt a bit of EGR cleaner in there just to soften it up a bit while it's running. I don't really like using knocking a tin, but this is what I call EGR cleaner because it doesn't often make these things knock. So we've still got wisps of smoke coming up from the turbocharger there. Yeah. But yeah, it's all right. Oh, focus on this camera's naff. Wowee. So the image sensor on this camera is really bad. Unfortunately, it's not a good selling point for the phone. But the phone is a Conquest S9. It's a pretty decent phone, but I've had to replace the speaker in it twice. In fact, it's on its way out again, and the camera is utterly pants. But the forklift truck can run over this phone, and it will survive because it's a pretty tough little phone, which is why I got it. Also, it's great for amateur radioists because it has a built-in walkie-talkie, which actually transmits on the UHF band. Quite nice. Can't remember the frequency, but it does work quite well. Anyway, back to the car. I've got the arse end up in the air. I've just had to refill the jack up with hydraulic oil because this one came in for scrap, and I had two of these jacks coming for scrap, and both of them, well, they've both lost the wheels on the back. One of them's lost the bloody wheels on the front and the back, and it was low on oil. So all I've done is I've drained the other one and put the oil in this one, and now it's working really well. In fact, it's holding the whole arse end of the car up. And it did, to some extent, actually jack up the 3-ton fork truck we've got, which is probably more 5-ton. But on the back here somewhere, I've got problems because I have got a diesel leak. I don't know where it's coming from. Now, I've not looked. Oh, you can see it dripping. Look. Now, I've not looked under the arse end of this car yet. This is the first time. It's going to be interesting to see what's under here. Oh, what's that there? We've got interesting boxes here. Look. I don't know what that's to. That's interesting. I don't know what that box does because the fuel tank's down there somewhere. Not sure what that is. I don't think it's part of the boot floor, so that's a new one. We haven't got one on the other side, no, we've not. We've got a silencer though, and there's another silencer in the middle. I don't mind taking some of them silencers off, to be fair, because this engine sounds that good, it don't need a silencer. Looks like we've got a fluid leak over there somewhere. Of course, I can see it's quite wet around there, so it looks like a fluid leak. So that on the camera is, yeah, just there where I've got my light source pointed. In fact, let me take my head torch off and I'll point it with me hands. Spare wheel looks alright. Unfortunately, it's not the spare. The spare's actually on the car at the moment. Tyre's good on it too, yeah. Tread depth on the tyre's pretty good. The spare wheel. Alright, let's have a good look underneath. I shouldn't really crawl underneath this car with just a hydraulic jack, especially one that was scrapped. But I'm not under the car. Only my hands are, and it doesn't drop down that far, so it should be okay. Oh, there's a spider. Look, coming down. Oh, you don't want to go down there, spider. That's Diesel. Let's just see what he does. Look, he's like, he'll be like, ah, fuck that shit. Yeah, fuck that shit. No, I don't like Diesel. Yeah. Yeah, that fucking diesel tank's really leaking. What a pain in the arse that is. I just hope that I've not put a bloody hole in the thing or something like that. That'd be a bitch if I have. We'll see anyway. Apparently the whole sun frame's got to come off to change it, but I want to do that anyway just to clean it up a little bit. It's nice to see there's no hydraulic leaks around here anyway, that's good. The old, the hydraulic boot's a bit messed up there, it's not in the right orientation. I may have to look into that. I am leaking diesel quite a bit. I need to actually get the jerry cans out, I think, and get rid of it. Rust wise, there's not really any. It's actually pretty good. There's a bit of rust on the tow bar, but yeah, I don't really care about that much. Interesting elaborate tow bar on this thing. It's it has to obviously compensate for the spare wheel, so it's got to go everywhere. Looks like the car picked up a carrier bag at some point in its life and it's still wrapped around it. Yeah. Right, let me go and empty that diesel tank out, siphon it out the front. I think that's what I'll do, using my little sucky pump. And yeah, I'm going to get this thing up on some axle stands, I think, or tyres or something, whatever I can find. Just keep jacking it up on tyres, I think. And then at least there's plenty of places I can mount it on. I could put a couple of tyres underneath this bloody tow bar. It's definitely beefy enough to withstand the weight of the car. Quite good. Alright guys and girls, thanks for watching. That's 11 minutes of me rambling, well almost 12 now. So thank you very much for watching guys and girls, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace out.